At some point, every D&D player asks themselves the same question. Maybe I should play an evil character this time. Now, if you're as familiar with RPG horror stories as I am, then you should know that playing an evil character in a good campaign almost always spells disaster. This should only ever be attempted by someone who really has the best intentions and just wants to bring more fun to the game. If you believe you are this type of person, well, let me show you how to do it. Right off the bat, you need to talk to your DM if you're going to be playing an evil character. Your DM's base assumption is that everyone's playing good or neutral characters. So if you're going to be playing an evil character, you're going to have to get permission from your DM first. There are many reasons why a DM may not want an evil character at their game. They might not feel experienced enough to run that type of character in a party of good characters, or they might just have a certain idea of what type of game they're running, and that idea does not include an evil party member. Either way, if they say no, then you know that this is not the type of game to run an evil character at. A benefit of speaking to your DM as well is that they can help you commit sneakily evil acts against the party without them noticing, and even build your character to be connected to the evil bad guy so you get to know things that the rest of the party doesn't get to know. Either way, it's not right to surprise your DM with a character that could derail an entire campaign going against the party. So let's say the DM gives you the okay to play an evil character. What does it mean to play an evil character? Evil, depending on your culture or politics, can mean many different things. Evil means something different to every individual person. Evil, defined in Dungeons & Dragons, generally just means how selfish you are. This might not work out for what you want for your evil character. If you're playing a character that worships the bad guy and does whatever they want, well, that's not necessarily a selfish person. Just because it might not totally line up with how the alignment chart works, doesn't mean that you aren't getting everything that you want out of an evil character. The most important question you need to ask yourself is, why do you want to make an evil character? Do you want a character who wants to learn to be good, or at the very least has a chance at redemption? Well, then the other characters should know that your character is evil as early as possible, so the party can see and help develop that growth. Or would you rather betray the party, stunning everyone? Obviously, if you're going this route, it should be kept secret for as long as possible to as many characters as possible. You need to know what type of evil you want to be in D&D. When it comes to playing the game, I would avoid stealing or attacking from the rest of the party unless it's your betray the party moment where you're ready for that character to be removed from the party or killed, either way forcing you to make a new character. When you attack or steal from the rest of the party with little to no expectation of punishment, you are forcing a cognitive dissonance on the players to their characters. Either they kill you or kick you out of the party, and then that's not going to be fun for you because you have to remove your character, and they're probably going to feel guilty about that because you spent all that time building your character. Or they have to decide, oh, I guess my character isn't going to care that they were attacked or stolen from, so that way they can keep your character around. Shows like Critical Role show parties that have figured out how to have fun with party theft. You can look at Fern in Campaign 3 as an example. The issue is that I have seen it go wrong so many times. There are so many examples of it going wrong that I don't believe that it's worth it to try. Now, if you're wondering how a kleptomaniac character can have a reason to not steal from the rest of the party, it's actually pretty easy. To your character, everything in the party's inventory feels like a shared inventory, and taking something you want is as simple as asking for it rather than trying to sneakily take it. As well as in a life or death situation, you don't want to, for example, have a healing potion on you that someone else thinks they have, and when you go down, they reach for it and all of a sudden realize they don't have it and don't know you have it, and therefore think it's just gone, which would probably lead to your death. You also need to remember that when playing an evil character in a good campaign, one of two outcomes is likely to occur. Either you betray the party and you're killed, or you redeem yourself and you are no longer evil. You should decide whether you think your character can be redeemed and whether you want them to be redeemed. Think about what might have to occur for this to happen, as well as think about what might have to occur to prevent it. You also need to know if there's a line that, when crossed, your character can no longer travel with the party. If your character works for the big bad of the campaign, they aren't going to be fighting them in the final fight if they're still evil. So know at what point your character decides it's going to be time to betray everyone. This is why it's important to talk to your DM so you can work with them to understand these type of things. Whether or not your party knows that you're playing an evil character, it is important that you are playing them with the sole purpose of making the game more fun with the rest of the party. I emphasize this in particular with evil characters because I know that a lot of people play evil characters to justify doing evil acts against innocent NPCs or just doing vile stuff that no one wants at a table. We play D&D because we want to come together as friends and tell a collective story. If you aren't interested in that, well, there's plenty of video games that you can go play instead. Thank you so much for watching this video. Recently, I had 2 videos blow up and do way better than my videos usually do. I got a ton of subscribers off of that. So if you're one of those new subs, I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate it. And if you aren't subscribed and decide to, I'm very thankful for that as well. I upload Mondays and Thursdays, so subscribing is the best way to stay updated on future videos. Well, thank you again. This is the end of the video.